Transistor is a beautiful action RPG with turn-based strategy elements. It was developed by Supergiant Games back in 2014 and released on the PS4 and Steam. What is happening, guys? Mattmade here, and I just wanted to talk about Transistor today. I wanted to give a bit of information and to let you know why you guys should be playing the game if you haven't. And if you have, maybe go back and try to play it again because it is an amazing experience. Transistor has an amazing story. It's pretty linear. You have some exploration, some nooks and crannies, but all in all, it is a game where you fight some enemies, you get some story, you get some exposition, you learn a few things about the actual world of Transistor, and it pushes you along at a pretty nice pace. Transistor is set in what seems to be either a highly advanced society or a society that is within a computer or within some type of digital construct. Everything seems to be very techno. Everything seems to be talking about computer parts, whether it be transistors or circuits or things of that nature. And it looks really interesting, and it is a really beautiful game. The main character is Red, who was a linguist and a singer, and she was at a venue doing a performance when things seemed to start going left, and she was attacked. However, whoever was with her, her partner there, who is also the second character within the story, was stabbed through with a sword, and as a consequence of being stabbed through with this sword, he was trapped within the sword. And then she started going on a journey to try to find out who did this, why they did this, and how to get him out of the sword. He seemed to be more of a lover than just a simple partner, because throughout the game he's talking to her, he's reinforcing her, he's being a real emotional support for her to get through this experience. As well as people are missing and things seem to be going really bad as you progress through the story, and really towards the end, things are happening quickly. People are disappearing. You find other people who have been transformed into some type of digital monsters and are attacking her. As you progress through the story, you're running into other individuals who are dead or were eliminated and digitized, as well as you run into bosses that once you kill, you can speak to them as well. And once you speak with them, you can then pull them into the sword and acquire their abilities or an ability from them, whether it be health or life siphon or an attack. And once you have them in the sword, you unlock a few things about them. First, you unlock their name. Then if you start using that ability or that attack, you unlock what they were doing, who they were, what their professions were, and it really fleshes out the story and the characters as you play with that attack or ability. As you use those abilities and as you level up, you unlock passive slots for those 4 abilities that you can equip. Each ability has 2 sub-abilities, whether it be lifesteal or corruption, which is damage over time for enemies. And it sets up for really good customization, really good strategization. It sets up for some really good customization and strategization. Once in battle, you can really pick about how to attack your enemy. You can either use one of your 4 abilities standard, or you can use an option which is called strategy or turn, and you can freeze time, and depending on what moves you have equipped, they take up a certain amount of action space in that turn. Walking takes up space, performing different moves takes up space, and eventually you unlock an ability called or just an overpowered ability called kill, I guess, which will almost one hit kill anything in the game. It is random and you do not choose when to activate it. However, you can choose to not use it if you just end your turn immediately upon seeing it activated. Transistor has some amazing music. All throughout the game, you're hearing just the background music, and at certain times, you can interact with certain things. Like, you can actually interact with your sword, because for some reason, there's a mic on the end of your sword, and you can activate a hum mechanic. And you can stand there and you can hum along with the music that is playing at that specific time. It is something that is amazing. I love it. Every time I play the game, I end up doing it like 5 to 10 times. And trust me, if you play the game, it will be one of the most, it is the most useless mechanic, but it's one of the most fun in the entire game. It gives the game so much character. But that aside, the music is just downright amazing. It was well designed, well developed. It is very emotional. You can hear the emotion in the voice. It works with the game. Considering the character of Red, and if you play the game, you'll understand, which I highly encourage you to play this game. As the music goes on, as you get the different songs, and as you interact with the characters, the music sets up everything for that game. And they hit the nail right on the head with that music. The music was so good that you'll want to find and download the soundtrack. There are some issues with the game, however. Near the middle, towards the end of the game, and if you choose to do a second playthrough, the entirety of that playthrough, you'll find that there is a massive to moderate difficulty spike. Enemies will come at you faster. Enemies will try to outsmart you in any conceivable way, and you will have to heavily rely on the turn system, which will leave you vulnerable after that turn. So there are some issues there, but they're mostly small gripes and skill that's required to effectively get through the game and not die multiple times or lose multiple abilities in one fight. Another issue that I've found with the game, and this was just me personally, is that it slightly drags on near the end, in my opinion, because you're getting close to the end and you have one boss fight and then you're traveling for a while. Things get a little weirder, then there's another few fights, and where you think it may end, it doesn't exactly end, but the ending is downright amazing. It is emotional, it is heartfelt, and the entire time you're sitting there saying, do not let this happen. But with that being said, play this game. If you can find it on a Steam sale, or find it on PS4 on a sale, or if you just have the money to purchase this game, and if you're really into the music, purchase the soundtrack as well. But with that being said, leave a comment down below telling me what you guys think about the game. Do you like it? Have you played it? Will you be picking it up? Does it interest you at all? Let me know one or all of those things. Strike that subscribe button down below if you want to stay up to date with everything. If you want to hear about other games that personally I love. This is Mattmade, and I will see you guys next time.